Hello, welcome to next session. In this session, we will solve GATE 2014 Production and Industrial Engineering. So, starting with first question. The first question is the system of equations given below has uh, the equations are x plus 2y plus 4z is equal to 2. Second equation 4x plus 3y plus z is equal to 5. Third equation 3x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 1. So options are A unique solution, B two solution, C no solution, and D more than two solutions. Okay. So the given equations are these x plus 2y plus 4z is equal to 2 and 4x plus 3y plus z is equal to 5, 3x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 1. Okay. So from this we can form a matrix, A matrix that is 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2 and 4, 1, 3. And second matrix here x, ax, x, y, z, and third matrix is b, b2, y1. So for unique solution, the determinant of this matrix should not be equal to 0. So finding out uh, the remainder of this matrix. Okay, so it will be 1 into 9 minus 2, okay, plus 2 into 3 minus 12 and 4 and 4 4 into 8 minus 9. Okay, so it comes out as minus 15. So a unique solution exists because uh, determinant of A is not equal to 0. So answer is here. Okay. Next, directional derivative phi is equal to 2x z minus y square at the point 132 becomes maximum in the direction of option A 4i plus 2j minus 3k, B 4i minus 6j plus 2k, C 2i minus 6j plus 2k, D 4i minus 6j minus 2k. Okay. The directional derivative becomes maximum in the direction of the delta. Okay, the delta is just curly by curly xi and plus curly by j and curly plus curly by curly j. Okay, and f is this quantity. Okay, so f is your pi in this case. Okay, so finding out this value, so uh, it will be differentiation of x. Okay, differentiation of f with respect to x. It will be 2z I and this will be your minus 2 by j and this will be your 2xk. Okay, so this is your delta x. Okay, at the point at the given point 132, putting a value at 132, then f is your this 4i minus 6j plus 2k. Okay, so this is the maximum value of directional derivative. Okay, so sorry, this is this is the direction in which the directional derivative is maximum. Okay, so answer is your 4i minus 6j. Answer is your B. Okay, next. Next, a metallic sphere of zero point 0.1 meter diameter has a thermal conductivity of 10 watt per meter per degree Kelvin. If the fluid having around, if the fluid flowing around it has a heat transfer coefficient of 10 watt per meter square Kelvin and the thermal conductivity of zero point 0.4 watt per meter per Kelvin, the Boyd number is okay. The board number is HL by K, where L is the characteristic length and H is the convective heat transfer coefficient and K is the thermal conductivity of the solid. Okay, and here H is your heat transfer coefficient is your 10 watt per meter square per degree. Okay, mm, it is 10 watt. Okay, and thermal conductivity is your thermal conductivity of the metallic sphere is your 10 watt per meter square. Okay, and the diameter of the sphere is 0.1 meter, or radius comes out as 0.05 meter. Okay, so the volume of the sphere is here 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, so this is here the volume. Okay, characteristic, to find out characteristic length, we have to find out the ratio of v by 8. Okay, so this is your volume, this is your surface area of sphere 4 pi r square. So characteristic length is v by 8. So it comes out as radius by 3. So it is 0.053. So the word number is your HL by K. So H is your 10, K is your 10, L is your 0.05 by 3. So answer is your 0.05 by 3. Okay. That is 0.01667. Okay. So this is option S. So answer is your 0.01667. A quantitative measure of maintainability is a downtime, mean time between failure, C, mean time to repair, D, system availability. So maintainability is how quickly you repair the system. So it is mean time to repair. Okay, so answer is C. Next, which one of the following techniques is used to analyze the cause and effect of product failure? Option A, quality function deployment. Option B, fault tree analysis. Option C, value analysis. D, failure mode and effect analysis. So answer is failure mode and effect analysis. So this the it is used to analyze the product failure. So this failure mode and how the product fail and what are the effect. This is answer. Next, as the product passes through different stages of the product life cycle, the product variety decreases. So, as the life of the product increases, okay, as it passes through different after some years, the depreciation is always involved with the product. So life is always increases with the passage of time. Okay, so answer is B. Okay, next, a machine has been purchased for rupees 100,000 and its useful life is estimated to be 10 years. Its scrap value at the end of 10 years is estimated as rupees 20,000 if the depreciation is determined using the declining balance method. The value of depreciation in rupees during first year. Okay, so initial price is your 100,000 and scrap value is your 20,000. Okay, so let according to declining balance method, X is the percentage decrease in the price every year. Okay, so this is the method. Okay, and after 10 years it will become your scrap value. Scrap value is 20,000. Okay, so the X is the percentage uh, decrease in the amount initial price. So after 10 years, it will be 1 minus X into 10. Okay, so it will be this scrap value. So from this we can find out X. Okay, so by taking log ln 10, ln 1 minus X, ln 2.2, ln 1 minus X, ln 1.2 divided by 10, so it will come out as 0.14866. Okay, so so the as the X is the percentage of depreciation in each year. Okay, so during first year the depreciation will be this. So the initial value is this. Okay, and your depreciation will be this. Okay, so answer is 148. So in declining balance method, depreciation is counted on the present value of the asset. Okay, initially the present value is 100,000. Okay, then after 1 year it will be 100,000 into 1 minus X, and then again 100,000 into 1 minus X into 1 minus X. So this will be the value after 10 years. So this is the basic in this question. Okay, next, the company wants to determine the proportion of time workers are ideal. In a pilot study, the proportion of idle time was found to be 0.16. Okay. If the company wants to be 95% confident, the Z value is equal to 1.96. That is estimated value is within 0.03 of the true proportion. The number of observations required in the study should be so. Given that the idle time proportion is 0.16, okay, and so this is the if it is the idle time, then the actual time will be 1.16, okay, so this is 1.16, okay, and limit of accuracy uh, for which we have to estimate the value within, okay, so accuracy limit should be 0.03, so this is 0.03, limit of accuracy 0.03, and confidence level is 95%, so that is your 1.96, okay. So your limit of it, we know that we this is the formula you have to remember. The limit of equation square is equal to z square p1 minus p divided by n, where n is your sample size, and p is your idle time, and 1 minus p is your activity time, and z is your uh, uh, confidence level at 95%. Okay, so this is your z. So putting this value, P is the, you can say P is the probability of finding the idle time, okay, and 1 minus P is the probability of finding the activity, okay. So putting this value, we can get N, that is 574. Next, a manufacturing plant working in two shifts of 8 hours each produces 30,000 switchboard using a set of 7 workstations in series. The cycle time in second is so there are two shifts of 8 hours. Okay, so it means there are 16 hours, or there is 157,600 seconds. Okay, so the uh, so each shift produces 8 hours. Each produces 30,000 switchboard. Okay, each shift produces. Okay, so each shift produces 30,000 switchboards using a set of 7 workstations. Okay, as each produces your oh sorry, total components, total switches are the statement is like that. A manufacturing plant working in two shifts, each or 8 hours each. Okay, 8 hours each is with two shifts. Okay, and the manufacturing plant produces 30,000 components. So the number of components produces 30,000. Okay, and time available is here 57600 seconds. So cycle time is your number of time available divided by number of components. So it is 1.9. Okay, next. A sample, a simple random sample of 100 observation was taken from a large population. The sample mean and the standard deviation were determined to be 80 and 12 respectively. The standard error of the mean is the standard error of the mean is given by your standard deviation given by root of number of samples. Okay, so standard deviation is your 80, and sample size is n is your 80, and standard deviation is 12. So it will be 12 by root of 100. Okay, so 12 by 10. So answer is your 1.2. Next, the diameter of the shift must be within a tolerance of 0.02 of the nominal diameter. Which control chart is useful to determine the process statistical control? AP chart, B chart, C X bar chart, and R chart, and U chart. So X bar and R chart are used for mean and range. Okay, so this is the tolerance. Okay, which is for dimensions. Okay, and C chart is used for number of defects. Okay, so answer is your C. Next, which of the following which one of the following is not the practices of grid manufacturing system? So reduction of load size, B efficient use of buffer inventory, C small but frequent delivery, D higher productivity. So answer is your B. It doesn't involve efficient use of buffer inventory. Okay. Next, the relationship between Young's modulus E and shear modulus G and the Poisson's ratio of a material obeying the Hooke's law. Answer is D. Okay, that is the simple EG and mu relationship. So E is equal to G. Okay, next. For a metal alloy, which one of the following description relates to stress relief annealing process? Option A, heating the workpiece material above its recrystallization temperature and soaking, and then cooling in still air. Due to stress relief annealing. Uh, B, heating the workpiece below its crystallization temperature, holding it for some time, and then furnace cooling. Okay. C, heating the workpiece material up to recrystallization temperature and then rapid cooling. Option D, heating the workpiece up to its recrystallization temperature and cooling to room temperature. Alternatively, more a few seconds to answer is your B, which is warming process, just living process, okay, which is heating the metal, uh, sorry, which is annealing process, sorry, okay, heating the workpiece material below the crystallization temperature and holding it for some time, and then furnace cooling is called stress living or annealing process. In annealing process, the furnace cooling of the material is done to release stresses. Okay, so in first option, cooling is interior, and in the third option, then rapid cooling, and in fourth option, uh, cooling to room temperature alternatively food cycle. Okay, so these are wrong. So cooling is done in furnace. Okay, so answer is it. Next, generative approach of computer aided process planning, not based on option sorry on one part coding using group technology, B part feature recognition and abstraction, C database and standard process plans for families, and 4 geometric modeling of parts. So answer is will be it doesn't involve 1 and 3 part coding using group technology and database of standard process for plan of part families. Okay. Next, which one of the following methods is not used for producing metal powder? So option A automation, B compaction, C machining and grinding, D electrolysis. So answer is your compaction is not used for powder, is not the metal powder production process. Okay, it is the compacting the it is a method of compacting the powder. Okay, so it doesn't make powder, it makes metal from the powder. Okay, so that is answer is the answer is a B, which is not the powder producing process. Okay, next, in an open loop point to point controlled CNC drilling machine, a stepper motor producing 200 angular steps per revolution drives the table of a drilling machine by one angular step per pulse generated by a pulse generator shown in the figure. Each angular step moves the table by one unit basic length unit along x axis, with the lead screw having the pitch of 4 mm. If the frequency of the pulse is doubled, the BLU will, okay, option A becomes double of previous value, become half of previous value, C remains the same, D becomes 0. So basic length unit is in one revolution, what is the distance covered by the, what is the axial advancement of the, what is the axial advancement of lead screw? Okay, so this is the definition of BLU. Okay, okay, this is the definition of BLU. So if we double the frequency, it means in the same time the revolution will be double, and your axial advancement will also be double. Okay, so but in the bend revolution, the axial advancement is same. So it is your for BLU will be same. So his explanation, as angular step, as each angular step moves the table by one basic unit, thus basic and length unit. Okay, when the frequency is double, the table will move 2 times per second. Okay, so as that of previous case, but for one revolution the BLU will be same. Okay, so answer is C. So it means BLU is one revolution and what is the axial advancement. Okay, so when frequency double, then there will be two revolution and then the axial advancement will be double. But in one revolution, the axial advancement will be the same. So BLE will be next. A spindle speed of 300 rpm and a speed of 0.3 mm per revolution are chosen for longitudinal turning operation on the engine lathe. In finishing pass, roughness on the work surface can be in finishing pass, roughness on the work surface can be reduced by option A, reducing the spindle speed, option B, increasing the spindle speed, C, reducing the speed of the tool, D, increasing the speed of the tool. Okay, so this is we know that the maximum roughness in terms of speed is your x square by 8r. So roughness is directly proportional to speed. So answer is your C. So if we reduce speed, the roughness will reduce. Okay, so answer will be C. Okay, so roughness, if we increase speed, then roughness will increase. Okay, so answer is C. Next, pills are used in casting molds to A, achieve directional solidification, B, reduce the roughness of top surface of the cast product, C, increase solidification time, D, reserve excess molten metal. Pitches are used to achieve directional solidification. It provides cooling in all the directions. Okay, when we put a chill in the casting in the center, so the metal near the center also solidify, and whereas uh, the metal near the container or near the mold gets solidified. Okay, but if it does not put any chill, okay, then the metal near the center will not solidify faster, okay, or in the same time as the metal uh, out near the mold solidify. Okay, so answer is there. A moving mandrel is used in, okay, in wire drawing, forging, tube drawing. Moving mandrel is used in tube drawing. Okay, to make hole or tube. Okay. The brazing and soldering are A, plastic joining method, B, homogeneous joining method, C, autogeneous joining method, D, heterogeneous joining method. So answer is B. How? Let us read out. In autogeneous, in this joining method, the no filler metal is used. Okay. In homogeneous joining method, in brazing and soldering, both filler metal is used. Okay. The homogeneous joining method, filler metal used is of same metal as that of parent metal. So R, gas or thermic welding belong to this category. Okay, and a filler metal different from parent metal is used soldering and brazing are two such joining processes. Okay, and resistance welding. Okay, in heterogeneous, sorry, in homogeneous, the same metal is used. Okay, as that or as a welding is used. So in heterogeneous, different metals are used for welding and soldering. Okay, so these are the heterogeneous cases. Hetero means different. Okay, homo is same. So these are in welding and soldering. Yes, solder is used. Okay, so that is heterogeneous welding process. Resistance welding, friction welding, diffusion welding, and hot forge welding are the examples of plastic welding. Next, manage the following group 1 mechanism, group 2 machine, P, Q apron are intermittent indexing as differential mechanism. So group 2, 1 way to shaping, 3 gear opening, 4 milling. Okay, so quick return means quick return are used in shaping. Okay, and apron is in lathe and intermittent indexing is here in milling, and differential mechanism is gear opening, one cylinder. Next. Weaving is a process for option A creating a circular hole in metal, B cutting a slot on the existing hole surface, C finishing an existing hole surface, D making non-circular holes in metal. So weaving is a finishing process, so it is used for finishing an existing hole on the surface. Okay, next. Find the correct combination of manufacturing processes to produce the part shown in the figure. From a blank bracket, holes shown are with square and circular cross section. Okay. So this is blank. This is circular holes. These are square section. This is the final part. Okay. So we have to make your square holes also with circular holes. Okay. So find the correct combination to produce the part. Okay. So option A drilling and milling on column and V type of universal machine. B die sinking and CNC wired cut PDM process. C die sinking and CNC drilling. C CNC wire cut process only. Okay. So answer is B. For producing non-circular holes, electric discharge machining (EDM) is used. Okay. So EDM is also known as spark machining, spark loading, die sinking, okay, burning or burning or wire loading. Okay. So answer is die sinking or wire. Okay. So this is EDM is used for producing non-circular holes and circular holes when it is required. Then we can do we can do circular hole with other processes like drilling, but when non-circular hole is required and small circular hole is required, then EDM is used. Okay. Next, in an open forging circular disc, in an open die forging, a circular disc is gradually compressed between two flat platens. The exponential decay of normal stress on the flat face of the disk from the center of the disk toward its periphery indicates that option is there is no sticking friction anywhere on the flat face of the disk. B. Sticking friction and sliding friction coexist on the flat face of the disk. Flat face of the disk is frictionless. D. There is no sticking friction on the flat face of the disk. Okay. So we have to determine the from the center of the disk towards the periphery. Okay. So this is the so this is your plate. Okay, and this is your x. So 0 to x to xs. Okay. So no sticking friction takes place. Okay. So there is no sticking friction, and from xs to x to L. Okay, so sticking friction takes place. Okay, so there is no sticking friction anywhere on the plate on the disk. Okay. So we stop here and we will throw the next remaining question in the next week.